Webinar OH cabinets, fiber optic converters, and accessories version June 2021. Professional design and certification according to the EN 61439.1 standard help to promote the cabinets into a number of important projects. From the Świnoujście LNG terminal on the Baltic Sea through the several nuclear power plants, military facilities to the Tbilisi International Airport. A natural part of each piece is a piece test report and wiring diagram, which are, among other things, important documents for the work of the technical inspection. In addition to the gradual expansion of the cabinet's portfolio, we are also working to improve their design. One of the last examples are replaceable surge protection modules. When measuring the insulation stay with a voltage of 500 volts, all you have to do is to pull out the modules, and it is not necessary to disconnect the entire overvoltage protection. We offer a large number of types, so I definitely recommend choosing them on the online configurator. It is significantly faster than in the price list. We will show you practically. At first, you have to open web browser and our website, which is www.metal.eu. How you can see on the screen. Now you change it to English mode and open File Products and Communication Systems and Outdoor Cases. Now you have to open Online Configurator. Now you have to choose the size which you want. For example, I will choose the cabinet which height is 60 centimeters. I will choose circuit breaker. Because my application will be outdoor, I will choose overvoltage protection. I will choose residual current device. Because I will use service socket. Now I will choose power supply 48 watts with backup. Now I will choose type of socket. Holder, it is not necessary because I'm not planning to use Galaxy or Peridict Plus systems. Now I will choose optical cassette. DIN lock, it is not necessary as well because I'm not planning to use media converters. I will choose lock. Then mounting set. No transformer. And thermal set. And that's it. This is the selected model. Results you can export to PDF or to PNG, it's up to you. There is PDF sample. Now we will go back to our presentation. We are currently producing cabinets in 4 sizes. The OH3215 series cabinets are the smallest one. They are designed for outdoor installation of media converters. Sometimes customers also place switches in them. We do not recommend this because the cabinets do not have a sufficient number of cable glands. However, OH3215 cabinets are optimal for the installation of media converters. In the configurator, you can add a power supply, surge protection, optical cassette, lock, installation, and other accessories to the cabinet as required, and export the result to a PDF or PNG file. The smallest suitable series for the installation of switches is OH4320. Specifically for all switches up to a maximum of 7 ports with all accessories when installing 10-inch switches with 9 or more ports, we recommend using at least OH6425 series cabinets. It is also important to mention that all cabinets from size OH4320 have tampers on the doors. We recommend connecting them to the alarm inputs of alarm ring switches and monitor them with the SNMP protocol, ideally in version 3, which is encrypted. In addition to more space, the OH6425 series cabinets have 12 cable glands and enough space for a backup battery and other equipment. On the slide are, for example, 3 modules of the Periodic Plus perimeter system, which are installed directly in the cabinet. The largest cabinets supplied as standard are 80 cm high cabinets of the OH8625 series. There is enough space in them for more switches or devices from other manufacturers. As you can see on the slide, where the MP Secure control panel with its own battery is installed in the right part. In addition to mass-produced versions, we also supply custom-made variants. We recommend that you always send a detailed specification when requesting the delivery of a custom version. Based on it, we will prepare a proposal for approval and a price offer. After solving all requirements, we can start production. On the slide is an abbreviated description of the situation when we encountered in central Italy when the internal temperature climbed to 68 degrees Celsius and the client reported connection problem. In the subsequent analysis, we found that switching power supplies at such high temperatures cannot supply the required power. See the temperature characteristics at the bottom left. Therefore, they were switched off. This situation led us to a major upgrade of our product range. It consists in its extensions by so-called thermal sets for ventilation and heating of cabinets. We did a number of tests during the design of the thermal sets. One of them was the placement of cabinets made of various materials in our climate chamber at a set temperature of plus 42 degrees Celsius. As expected, plastic switchboards fared the worst. Slightly better with our metal cabinets OH. And preferably OH cabinets with a prototype thermostat for the ventilation. It was already a safe temperature for the used gel accumulator, EU below plus 60 degrees Celsius. The effect of a solar ER radiation was not taken into account in this test. In summer months of July through August, a long-term test in direct sunlight also took place. Custom stainless steel cabinet with switch, Phoenix backup power supply, battery and other devices. In particular, we tested the ability of the glossy stainless steel to repel a significant amount of IR radiation and do without ventilation using fans. The client also expects applications in desert areas where it is more advantageous to use a sun visor instead of fans due to dust. During the month, the temperature in the stainless steel cabinet rose to a maximum of 54.3 Celsius degrees, while in the adjacent plastic box with measuring PLC unit, the temperature was up to 67 Celsius degrees. Once again, confirmation of disadvantages of plastic cabinets in the outdoor environment. PLC IP log in the mentioned plastic box, store data in a MySQL database, visualize them in a web interface, and made it accessible via the GSM network. There are two different daily courses on the slide with and without a sun visor. Another risk for outdoor equipment are low outdoor temperatures. For example, the capacity of the batteries drops at minus 20 Celsius degrees to about 50% of the nominal capacity. Also, when using NVRs, alarm systems, or anything else with a commercial operating temperature range, it is advisable to pay attention to the heating of cabinets at low temperatures. The result of all tests and subsequent certifications are thermostats V for ventilations of cabinets, HV thermostats for ventilation and heating of cabinets, and on the slide you can see what they consist of. They are universally applicable on cabinets with a height of 60 and 80 centimeters. Another not very well-known product are two-chamber optical boxes. Facilitates the termination of two outdoor cables, attachment of up to 12 volts, connection of up to 12 pigtails. The optical boxes include a holder for installation on a DIN 35 rail. Other cabinets of the OG series are used by customers in off-grid applications powered by solar panels. The picture shows a smaller variant with LLT antenna, PLC IP log, and shell for up to 60 Ah battery. The larger variant of cabinet has enough space for two pieces of 90 Ah batteries. We use this cabinet with 4 times 300 watts peak solar panels for power supply, rotating cameras, PLC with LTE, PLC with LoRaWAN interface, 24 volts pump, 2 pieces of I/O modules and other accessories. During designing an off-grid system, it is important to know exactly the daily consumption of the system. Based on the knowledge of power input and location, the minimum size of batteries and solar panels can be determined. It is necessary for reliable operation of the system throughout the year. We have placed a map with annual totals of incident sunlight directly on our website. It is also includes an online calculator to determine the appropriate size of battery and PV modules. Furthermore, an example of an off-grid system with 60 amperes per hour batteries and 300 watts panels is published directly on the website, located in different locations. And now we'll continue with accessories. The first 19 inches pull-off shelves for the installation of our PLC IP log and IP modules. Shelves include power supplies and rails for attaching cables. Certificates confirming the electrical safety of the shelves are available on our website. All control and signaling elements are easily accessible from the front. If it is necessary, the entire front can be pulled out in the rails or completely removed from the 19 inches rack. In addition to 19 inches shelves for PLC IP log, we also manufacture and supply pull-out shelves for the installation of industrial LAN ring switches. Our long-term popular products include our surge protectors for Ethernet. We produce them in several designs: 100 Mbit Ethernet, 100 Mbit Ethernet with PoE up to 60 watts, 100 Mbit Ethernet and 24 volts. In addition to 100 Mbit surge protectors, we supply protections for Gigabit Ethernet with PoE power supply up to 30 watts. The full-fledged two-stage construction ensures high protection of the equipment. For example, at a pulse of 1000 amperes, only a few tenths of volts are output for a short time. When choosing gigabit protections, always read the catalog sheet carefully. Gigabit surge protectors from some manufacturers contain only incomplete protection circuits. For example, they can withstand a 5 kA pulse, but the output voltage is in the hundreds of volts, or conversely, the output voltage is in the order of tens of volts, but the surge protectors can only withstand pulses at 150 amperes. If you are interested in more information, visit our website. Based on the request of our customers, we have prepared an application note dealing with the application of surge protectors with regard to the requirements of standards. Besides the text descriptions, the application note includes easy-to-understand graphics. There are countless manufacturers of PoE injectors of various powers on the market. Usually, however, with an input voltage of 230 volts and a commercial operating temperature range. Our injectors are different. All they need is an input voltage of 10 to 30 volts, and they work from minus 40 Celsius degrees to plus 70 Celsius degrees. Our LAN extenders allow you to extend the LAN at another 100 meters. The NPD version also allows the PoE power supply to be forwarded to the end device. During PoE detection and classification procedure, the extender is inactive. It is switched on only after the PoE power supply of the end device has started. Like our PoE injectors, PoE splitters are characterized by the ability to operate at high temperatures. Among other things, they have therefore become a permanent addition to the Absolute Pro perimeter system. We have been developing and manufacturing optical converters since the 1990s. We have always tried to offer product original with something. This also applies to current second generation XDW digital converters. They are original mainly due to the absolutely transparent data transfer. If your system uses RS485 communication of max 1 megabit per second, we are sure that it is compatible with our converters. One of the manufacturers that has long recommended our optical converters is the Czech manufacturer of fire alarm system Lites. The requirement to extend the buses of the Paradox s.r.o system led us to the development of PDS optical converters. Over time, we have tested the converters with other systems. Especially thanks to the s.r.o and Paradox systems, we supply them all over the world. There is one significant difference between the above systems. DSC, Paradox and s.r.o exchanges use synchronous communication when the clock is transmitted in parallel with the data. On the other hand, MB-Secure and AB systems only need to transmit data via wire. The transmission of the clock together with the data entails a possible interface with the data cable. Therefore, when designing systems, follow the recommendation of the alarm system manufacturers. They do not recommend using UTP or FTP cables or specifically transmitting data and clocks in one twisted pair. For example, it is very well described in documentation prepared by s.r.o. In 2020, we spent a lot of time testing the MB-Secure system buses. Thanks to this, we are able to offer optical converters for all buses. You can also find our optical converters in z.r.o controls panels where they are supplied as accessories. Their origin was interesting because z.r.o of course also has its own optical converters, but only on multimode fibers. One of the announced innovations are converters of serial line RS485 and bus 2 to LAN. The mini-LAN 4B2 converters are two-channel. The main reasons why we have prepared them are transmission of the bus to bus of the MB-Secure system via LAN. Have a converter with at least two RS485 buses. This is often required in Galaxy applications. This and the following slides are block diagrams illustrating typical applications. The mini-LAN 4B2 converters have successfully passed the Electromagnetic Compatibility Certification (ETFC) laboratory and compatibility tests with Into the System, Asset, Galaxy and MB-Secure we passed in Test Alarm laboratory. The library is a place where you can find information about newly added product documentation, as well as information about changes in product availability. And this is the end of the presentation, so thank you so much for your attention.